Well, so Sinful Love, as you know, is the fourth and final book in Sinful Nights. And each book follows a new couple. So technically, each book can be read as a standalone, but there is an overarching plot thread of a murder mystery involving the father of all of the siblings. The story centers around four siblings who are now in their 30s, and their father was murdered when they were all teenagers. So that investigation is reopened. And that's the plot that carries throughout all four books. Each book is about a sibling finding love. So the romance is the focus, but the plot is thread throughout all four books. And I really wanted to kind of structure it a little bit like a TV series, sort of like the procedural TV series where, like Castle, for instance, where like you can follow an individual episode is kind of contained unto itself, but in that case, it's more like the romance carries over. Well, the mystery is completely tied up. The love stories are all tied up, and I obviously don't want to give any spoilers, but for people who have read my books, I think that they know that, obviously the love story is so central to it, and I always want to give a sense of hope. And those, I really don't want to say anything more, but those were the things like that were really important in the series. Like I wanted to make sure all of the plot threads had been stitched together by the end of this book, because there are open ones all throughout that readers have been following, and I hope that they're stitched up in a way that's both surprising but also satisfying. Well, he's not on camera yet, and I'm not going to say my husband, but actually it's my Chihuahua mini pin. But there's kind of this running joke in the house that it's like all of my men are ultimately based on him because he's very cuddly and sweet and affectionate. Yeah, I think that in Spencer's case in Big Rock, he kind of did sort of leap off the page. He has this very big and bold personality. And I do think in most cases, like once I know what the guy does, I have a pretty good sense of, who he is and how, and frankly, because I'm putting so many books out of like how he's different from, from the guy that came before. And then the next book to follow Big Rock is Mr. O. And Mr. O is about Spencer's best friend, Nick. And they're both, confident, cocky to some degree, men about the city, kind of single men in the city. But, they're each a little bit different too. And if I don't know who they are, I can't write them. So I guess, yeah, they do kind of come in here in this wonderful, fully formed capacity of gorgeousness and wit and charm, I hope.